A human warship decloaked. The galaxy realized too late it had chosen extinction. Alien leaders celebrated their victories, confident that Earth itself would fall next. They did not know that the humans had survived. They did not know that the war they thought was over was only just beginning. Far beyond the edge of the known galaxy, a single human warship drifted in silence. It was old, built long before humans first reached the stars in large fleets, yet it was stronger than any alien vessel of similar size. Captain John Carter stood on the bridge, his hands behind his back. He looked at the display screens, watching the galaxy as if he could see every move the alien fleets made. Nothing seemed to escape his notice. Commander Lisa Brown, his second in command, moved beside him. She studied the alien fleet positions on the tactical map. "They are gathered in the center system," she said. "They think they have trapped us. They think Earth is already gone." Carter nodded slowly. "Then it is time," he said. "We will let them see us." The warship had traveled for years without being detected. It had used old human techniques and new technologies that the aliens could not understand. Cloaking systems hidden deep in the ship made it invisible to all sensors. The humans had learned to hide, to survive, and to wait. Now the wait was over. Below the bridge in the engine room, Lieutenant Emma White checked the power systems. The ship was large but quiet. Massive reactors hummed, but no external energy leaked. Small maintenance drones moved along the corridors, checking for even the smallest problems. Humans had learned long ago that a single failure could mean destruction when facing enemies who never stopped learning. Major Alex Turner, head of the ship's tactical division, walked into the bridge. "Captain, enemy fleets are in full formation," he said. "They are discussing which of them will take the honor of finishing Earth. They have no idea we are here." Carter turned to him, his face calm. "We do not need to fight them all at once. We only need to be seen." The human crew prepared in silence. Every station had a task. The weapons officers ran diagnostics on the ship's simple but deadly systems. Aliens had built complex weapons that could destroy planets, but humans had learned that simplicity worked best when it came to survival. Every weapon on this ship was designed to disable fleets quickly, to make the enemy realize the mistake they had made, and to give humans a chance to survive. Far away, in the central system of the Galactic Council, alien leaders were celebrating. Admiral Kevin Ross, a tall, thin being with a greenish tint to his skin, raised his clawed hand. "We will take the last human worlds by next cycle," he said. "Earth will fall, and the galaxy will finally be free of their stubborn species." His advisors nodded. "They are silent, Admiral," said one. "Not a signal, not a fleet. We destroyed their colonies. What remains cannot resist us." Ross smiled. "Then we wait. The humans are gone. Soon the Council will claim their territory." The humans did not move. They had no signal, no transmission, no warning. From the alien perspective, it was as if the humans were extinct. Yet far beyond the Council's sensors, the warship moved closer. Slowly, it approached the heart of the system. Cloaking fields hid its massive shape. The humans had studied the alien fleets for decades, learning their tactics, their weaknesses, and their arrogance. Every mistake the aliens had ever made was known to Captain Carter and his officers. On the bridge, Carter looked at the star-filled view. "Prepare for decloak," he said. His voice was calm, steady, and without fear. "We are ready," Brown replied. Her eyes did not leave the tactical map. "All systems green. Weapons offline until we receive your command." Carter nodded. "Make sure we show them what survival looks like. We do not destroy unless necessary. We only need to be seen." Turner frowned slightly. "Some may not understand that, sir. They may panic." "Good," Carter said. "Panic is part of the lesson." In the Council's chambers, alien fleets remained in formation. Their sensors scanned the system for anything unusual, but nothing appeared. "This silence is strange," said an alien officer named Varric. "We have not detected any human presence. Are we missing something? Ross waved him off. You worry too much. Humans are gone. They cannot hide from us forever, but even if they tried, they have no fleet large enough to challenge us. But humans had learned patience. The warship's engines made no detectable energy waves. It carried enough fuel to move for decades, but it had no need. Humans had learned that survival was about time, about knowing when to strike, and about keeping hope alive even when all seemed lost. On the human warship, the crew worked quietly. A small group of engineers monitored the cloaking systems. Drones checked the hull for stress and damage. The bridge hummed with activity, but it was a calm, focused energy. No one panicked. No one doubted the plan. Humans had survived worse than this. Carter moved to the main viewing window. He could see distant stars, the faint outlines of planets in the system, and the alien fleets far beyond sensors. All these years, he said quietly, and they never learned. Brown looked at him. They still think we are weak. Weakness is a choice, Carter said. We never were weak, we only let them think it. Time passed slowly. The warship drifted closer to the center system. Alien fleets remained unaware. The humans watched. The officers reviewed their data. Maps of enemy fleets, their positions, and predicted movements covered the tactical displays. Every scenario had been considered. Humans had learned to plan for failure as well as success. Suddenly, the warship moved. Slowly at first, then faster, closing the distance to the Council's fleet. Cloaking fields shimmered slightly, but no sensors could detect it. The humans were ghosts, but these ghosts carried weapons that could destroy fleets. Yet they carried them silently, waiting for the right moment. On the bridge, Carter spoke again. We will decloak in 3 minutes. Brown nodded. All systems ready. Weapons charged but offline. Shields at maximum. Propulsion optimized for sudden maneuvers. Turner looked at the captain. Once we decloak, there is no turning back. This will be the first time in decades the galaxy sees a human ship. Then let them see us, Carter said. Let them learn what they should have never forgotten. In the council's chambers, alien leaders continued their celebration. Some discussed what planets to divide. Others joked about human stubbornness. They did not know that the humans were already among them, hidden, watching and waiting. Varric turned to Ross again. Admiral, perhaps we should send a patrol just in case. Ross waved him off. Patrols are for enemies that exist. There is no human fleet. We destroyed them. Earth is silent. Their colonies are gone. Relax. Enjoy the victory. On the human warship, the countdown reached 1 minute. Engineers held their breath. Weapons officers steadied their hands. Drones moved into position. The bridge was tense, yet calm. Carter looked at his crew. Remember, he said, we do not fight for revenge. We fight to survive. We show them the truth. We show them that extinction is not theirs to decide. Brown pressed a few controls. Shields hummed. Weapons went online. Cloaking systems began the process of disengaging. The ship vibrated slightly as energy shifted through it. The humans were about to step out of the shadows. Turner checked the systems. All ready, Captain. Countdown complete. Carter nodded. He pressed a final command. The warship decloaked. For the first time in decades, a human warship appeared in the galaxy. Massive, sleek, and unlike anything the aliens had ever seen. Sensors overloaded. Alarms screamed. Fleets turned to face the intruder. Disbelief spread across every bridge. The humans were not gone, they had survived. And now they were here. Ross stumbled back. What is that? He asked. Varric shook his head. It cannot be real. Humans, they are here. The warship moved slowly, deliberately, inside the Council's central system. It did not fire yet. It did not need to. Its presence alone caused fear, confusion, and awe. Humans had returned, but not for talk. They had returned to remind the galaxy of a lesson that had been ignored. Underestimating humans was always a mistake. On the bridge, Carter looked at the alien fleet. They chose extinction, he said quietly. And now they will understand. Brown leaned close. "What is the first move, Captain?" Carter smiled faintly. "We wait a moment, let them panic, let them understand the cost of their arrogance. Then we begin." And so, in the silent depths of space, the human warship drifted. It was no longer hidden. It was no longer small. It was a shadow that could not be ignored. The galaxy had celebrated too early. The humans were not gone. They were here. And the war had only just begun. The alien fleet froze. Sensors screamed alarms that no one could understand. Massive ships turned toward the intruder, their weapons charging. Yet the human warship did not move aggressively. It stayed in place, calm, almost patient. Captain John Carter watched the galaxy from the bridge, his eyes steady. "Let them realize their mistake," he said quietly. Commander Lisa Brown checked the enemy fleet positions again. "They are confused," she said. "Many of their ships are moving, but none can get a clear shot. Their sensors cannot penetrate our systems. They cannot understand how we are here." Major Alex Turner frowned. "Some of them may panic completely. We have never faced this many fleets at once. It could be dangerous if they attack randomly." Carter shook his head. "Let them panic. Fear is the strongest teacher." Far below, Lieutenant Emma White monitored the ship systems. The cloaking modules were now offline. Weapons systems hummed quietly, ready but not firing. Drones patrolled the corridors, and repair bots moved along the outer hull, making sure nothing was damaged. Humans had learned that preparation and calm were as deadly as weapons. In the Central Council chamber, Admiral Kevin Ross shouted orders. "What is happening? Why is their ship here? It cannot be real. Sensors show impossible energy readings. Alert all fleets. Attack them now." Varric, his second, trembled slightly. "Sir, our weapons, they are not responding properly. Shields cannot hold their energy. Even the smallest strikes fail." Ross slammed his clawed hand on the console. "This is impossible. Humans are extinct. How is this possible?" Some alien ships began to move aggressively. They fired energy beams toward the human warship. The beams hit shields and dissipated instantly. Minor explosions occurred, but no ship was damaged. The aliens had never seen shields work like this. Their most powerful weapons were useless. On the human bridge, Carter watched the minor impacts on the shields. "They are still learning," he said. "Let them try. Let them see that nothing they know will save them now." Brown looked at the map. "They are regrouping. Fleet commanders are arguing. Some want to attack with everything, others want to retreat. Their coordination is failing." Turner smiled faintly. "Humans always had a way of surviving when everyone thought they were weak. It seems nothing has changed." In the alien council, panic spread. Ships collided while turning, missiles misfired, and communications broke down. Some fleets tried to escape, but their engines could not match the precise movements of the human ship. It was everywhere at once, not through speed but through careful positioning and anticipation of every move. Ross shouted again. Destroy it now." Varric shook his head. "Our weapons cannot penetrate its hull. Even small strikes fail. Its systems are unlike anything we have ever seen." Back on the human warship, the first strike was ordered, but not in the way the aliens expected. Major Turner gave the command to deploy drones. Hundreds of small, autonomous units emerged from the ship, each capable of precise attacks. The drones moved silently, targeting key systems on alien vessels. They disabled engines, weapons, and communication arrays without destroying the ships themselves. On the alien side, confusion turned into fear. Whole fleets froze as their ships powered down unexpectedly. Officers screamed orders, but no one could control the battle. The humans were inside their minds, anticipating every move. Even the bravest alien soldiers felt terror. They had never faced an enemy that could act before thought itself. On the human bridge, Carter and Brown watched the results. "They will realize soon that we are patient, not reckless," Carter said. "This is the human way. We strike with purpose, not chaos." Turner nodded. We could destroy their fleets completely, but that is not necessary. They need to understand the cost of underestimating us. In the council chamber, Ross stumbled. How can this be happening? Humans were weak. They had no fleets left. We destroyed their colonies. Varric spoke quietly. Sir, perhaps we never understood them. Perhaps we made a terrible mistake. Ross shook his head. Mistake? We cannot be defeated by a single ship. But it was no longer a single ship. As the human warship moved through the system, small lights appeared on sensors. More ships emerged from hidden locations. Cloaked drones and small vessels had waited for this moment for decades. Suddenly, the human force was larger than any alien fleet had imagined. The balance of power shifted instantly. Brown turned to Carter. They will panic completely now. Even their leaders are unsure where to fire. Carter nodded. Let them panic. Let the galaxy remember that humans survive when everyone else believes they are gone. Let them feel the lesson. On the bridge, Lieutenant Emma White monitored incoming attacks. Captain, some are trying kamikaze strikes. They hope to collide with our hull. Shields will hold, but it will be close in some cases. Carter remained calm. Allow them. It is part of learning. Their desperation teaches them more than simple weapons. In the alien fleet, despair took over. Commanders who had once been proud now trembled. Energy beams misfired, missiles exploded prematurely, and some ships even attacked each other by mistake. Panic spread faster than fire. The humans had not fired a single shot yet, but the threat of their presence alone was enough to destroy discipline. Turner smiled. Humans have always been underestimated. Now, the galaxy will know the truth. Carter watched the chaos calmly. We do not attack for glory, he said. We attack for survival. We teach only when necessary. As the human drones disabled more enemy systems, a single alien ship managed to fire a full volley at the human warship. The beams hit shields and fizzled. Carter ordered a countermeasure, and the alien ship lost power completely. It drifted helplessly as humans controlled the battlefield with precision. Brown looked at the tactical map. Sir, they are trying to surrender, but the orders are confusing. Many ships are retreating, others refuse to move. Their fleet is breaking apart. Good, Carter said. Fear works better than fire. We will not destroy unless needed. We only need them to understand the cost of their choice. In the council chamber, Ross slammed his clawed hand against the table. We underestimated them. We thought they were weak. We thought they were gone. Varric shook his head. Admiral, we may have chosen extinction for ourselves. Ross could not answer. Panic, confusion, and fear had replaced command. The Council's fleet was no longer unified. Some tried to escape, some tried to negotiate, and some simply shut down their systems in despair. Humans had shown them that survival was not about numbers alone. It was about intelligence, patience, and understanding. On the human warship, Carter watched the alien fleet collapse. This is only the beginning, he said. Humans do not forget. Humans do not forgive. Humans survive. Brown nodded. Sir, shall we proceed with full attacks? Not yet, Carter said. We strike only when necessary. The lesson is clearer when fear spreads without bloodshed. We will give them time to realize their mistake. Turner leaned back. Their arrogance is their weakness. They believed victory was easy. They believed extinction was theirs to give. They will never make that mistake again. Across the galaxy, signals from distant systems picked up the human warship. Rumors spread quickly. Humans are alive, one officer shouted. They have returned. On Earth, survivors of the older wars watched transmissions from hidden colonies. Hope grew in their hearts. Humans were not gone. Humans were still alive. Humans were stronger than anyone had believed. In the alien fleet, some commanders tried last-minute attacks. Missiles, beams, and energy waves all hit the human warship. Shields absorbed everything. Human drones disabled their systems simultaneously. Fleets fell apart, but the humans remained untouched. Carter looked at the bridge and spoke quietly. Every human loss we suffered has been remembered. Every colony destroyed is noted. Every insult, every underestimation, every mistake they made is part of the lesson. The galaxy will learn that humans are not weak. Humans are not to be trifled with. Brown smiled faintly. They will remember. They cannot ignore this, Turner added. And when the lesson is done, they will know that humans fight not for glory, not for conquest, but for survival. And survival is stronger than any empire. The alien council was in chaos. Ships tried to retreat, but the humans anticipated every route. Communication was blocked by human interference drones. The once proud fleet became a confused, helpless mass of ships drifting in space. The humans did not destroy every ship, but the lesson was clear. The galaxy had chosen to underestimate humanity, and that mistake would never be forgotten. Carter stood silently, looking at the fleet. "This is what they needed to see," he said. "They needed to see that extinction is never simple, and that humans survive." Brown nodded. "Sir, they are beginning to surrender. Some ships are powering down, others are requesting terms." Carter smiled faintly. "Let them surrender. Some will resist and they will face the consequences, but most will live and they will remember. That is enough for now." Turner spoke quietly. "The galaxy will never make this mistake again. Humans are back, stronger than ever. They underestimated us once, but never again." The human warship drifted through the alien fleets, silent, precise, and deadly in its presence alone. Humans did not celebrate yet. This was only the first move, but the lesson had been delivered. The galaxy had learned that humans were not gone, humans were not weak, and humans would never be underestimated again. And far beyond, hidden colonies of humans smiled quietly, knowing that the species that had been hunted for decades was now back, stronger and wiser. The galaxy had realized too late the choice it had made. The alien fleets were scattered and confused. Some ships floated helplessly in space, their engines offline. Others tried to regroup, but their coordination was gone. The humans had not destroyed them yet, but the message was clear. Underestimating humans came at a terrible cost. Captain John Carter watched the displays calmly, his hands behind his back. "We have taught them fear," he said quietly. "Now we show them precision." Commander Lisa Brown studied the tactical map. "Sir, their fleets are trying to flee, but most routes are blocked by our drones and support ships. They cannot escape the system. Some are sending distress signals, but we are intercepting them all." Major Alex Turner smiled faintly. "Humans have always fought best when cornered. The galaxy thought we were weak because we were small in number, but we always used our minds first. Now it is time to use them fully." Carter nodded. "Exactly. Humans do not rely on size alone. We rely on strategy, patience, and understanding. Every move they make, we anticipate." On the bridge, Lieutenant Emma White monitored incoming signals from alien ships. "Sir, some fleets are attempting random attacks. They seem desperate. Weapons are being fired without coordination." "Allow it," Carter said. "Disorder is part of the plan. Their confusion weakens them faster than any weapon we have." Below the bridge, engineers adjusted power flows to maximize efficiency. The warship hummed quietly, but every system was ready. Small drones and repair bots moved along the corridors, fixing minor issues before they could become problems. Humans had learned that preparation was survival. Every small mistake could be fatal, but humans minimized mistakes to near zero. In the alien council chamber, Admiral Kevin Ross could not believe what was happening. They are not attacking us directly," he shouted. "Yet our fleets are failing. How can one ship cause this much destruction without firing a single shot?" Varric, his second, trembled. "Sir, they are controlling the battlefield. Every move we make is anticipated. Our fleets cannot operate freely. They have trapped us in our own system." Ross slammed his clawed hand on the table. "We must destroy them. We must act together." But acting together was impossible. The humans had split their drones and support vessels into precise formations. Every alien fleet was blocked from uniting. Energy beams misfired, ships collided, and communications broke down. Human strategy was simple but effective. Control without waste, strike without unnecessary destruction, and let fear do the work. On the human bridge, Turner pointed at the tactical map. They are gathering in small groups. Some are surrendering, others are panicking. This is the moment to strike at their leadership. Carter nodded. Prepare targeted attacks. We do not need to destroy entire fleets, just enough to show consequences for arrogance. Brown adjusted controls and sent commands to the drone squadrons. Hundreds of small units detached from the main warship and moved toward key targets. They did not fire traditional weapons. Instead, they disabled engines, weapons systems, and communication links. Alien officers screamed as their fleets became helpless. Ross roared, "How is this possible? We have more ships than them. Why are we losing control?" Varric shook his head. "Sir, they are not using brute force. They are using intelligence, strategy, and patience. Humans fight differently than we do." The humans had studied the alien species for decades. They knew their tactics, their weaknesses, and their arrogance. Every attack the aliens had ever made against humans was remembered. Every colony destroyed had been logged and analyzed. Humans had learned from defeat, and now they were teaching the galaxy the consequences of underestimating them. On the bridge, Carter turned to Brown. "How many enemy ships are disabled?" Brown counted on the displays. "Over 40% of the fleet is offline or immobilized. Less than 20% remain coordinated. The rest are panicked or surrendering." "Good," Carter said. "Let the lesson continue. We only intervene when necessary. They must understand that their arrogance has cost them control." Turner looked at the map. "Sir, some of their commanders are trying desperate maneuvers. Kamikaze attacks, suicidal volleys, and uncoordinated strikes. Shields will hold, but it could be dangerous if more try this." Carter remained calm. "Allow them. Desperation teaches better than victory." Every failed attack reminds them that humans are not to be taken lightly. In the council chamber, Ross shouted at his advisors. "We were wrong. Humans were never gone. They are stronger than we imagined. We must surrender or regroup." Varric spoke quietly. "Admiral, surrender is not simple. They do not just attack, they control the battlefield. Even if we stop fighting, humans decide who survives. We may have chosen extinction for ourselves." Ross could not answer. Panic had replaced command. Fleets drifted, some powered down, others collided with each other. Humans controlled every aspect of the battlefield without firing unnecessary shots. Strategy alone was more deadly than the most advanced weapons. On the human warship, Carter addressed the bridge crew. "We do not fight for revenge or conquest. We fight for survival and memory. Every fleet we disable, every ship we control, teaches a lesson. Humans survive, humans remember, humans adapt." Brown nodded. "Sir, shall we proceed with full suppression of their leadership ships?" "Not yet," Carter said. "Allow confusion to spread. Fear is more powerful than fire. When they realize that resistance is impossible, the lesson will be permanent." Turner added, "Their arrogance is their weakness. They believed victory was easy and extinction was theirs to give. That belief is shattered now." As the human warship moved through the system, additional ships emerged from hidden positions. Small support vessels, previously invisible due to advanced cloaking, joined the main ship. The alien fleets realized too late that the humans were never alone. Every move had been anticipated, every route blocked. Brown smiled. "Sir, their fleets are breaking apart. Some are surrendering completely. Others are drifting, unable to make decisions. Their panic is spreading to distant fleets as well." Carter nodded. "Good. The galaxy must remember this lesson. Humans are patient, precise, and relentless when cornered. They do not forget mistakes and they do not forgive when survival is at stake." Turner spoke quietly. They believed humans were weak. They believed humans could be destroyed. Now they see the truth. Humans fight differently. Humans fight smart. Humans endure. In the alien council chamber, Ross trembled. We underestimated them. We cannot control our fleets. Humans are everywhere, yet they are still calm. Varric replied, Admiral, perhaps humans are teaching us a lesson we will never forget. Perhaps they are showing us the cost of arrogance. On the human bridge, Carter watched the alien fleet struggle. This is why humans survive, he said. We do not rely on luck or numbers. We rely on knowledge, preparation, and patience. Even when all seems lost, humans endure. And now the galaxy will know. Brown looked at the tactical map. Sir, they are trying to regroup in small groups. Most cannot coordinate. Their leaders are overwhelmed. Some fleets are attempting surrender, but confusion prevents proper communication. Allow it, Carter said. They will surrender when they understand fully. The rest will learn the consequences of resistance. Turner smiled faintly. Every human defeat in the past has prepared us for this moment. We are stronger, wiser, and more patient than any enemy could imagine. Below the bridge, engineers continued their silent work. The warship moved flawlessly, every system balanced for efficiency. Drones patrolled corridors and outer hulls. Humans had learned that survival required constant attention to detail. Every minor failure could be fatal, but humans minimized mistakes to near zero. On the alien side, fleets began to send fragmented messages of surrender. Some ships powered down voluntarily. Others attempted communication, but humans intercepted it, responding only to those who truly wished to survive. The galaxy began to understand that humans were no longer the species that could be destroyed easily. Carter spoke quietly to Brown. Remember, we do not destroy unless necessary. Survival is the goal, fear is a teacher, knowledge is the weapon. Brown nodded. Sir, our strategy is working. Even distant fleets are reacting to fear. Humans are shaping the battlefield without firing unnecessary shots. Turner added, their arrogance has been shattered. The galaxy will never underestimate humans again. In the council chamber, Ross could only watch. We made a terrible mistake. Humans are not weak. Humans are not gone. Humans survive. Carter turned to his crew and spoke calmly. This is only the beginning. Humans fight differently. Humans endure, adapt, and remember. The galaxy will understand that underestimating humans always has consequences. Every species, every fleet, every commander will remember this day. And so, the human warship continued its precise movement through the system, controlling, disabling, and teaching. The galaxy had finally learned that humans survive, humans adapt, and humans never forget. The lesson was clear, and the aliens would carry it forever. Hidden colonies of humans smiled quietly. Their species had returned stronger, smarter, and ready to survive. The war was far from over, but the humans had begun the next stage. The galaxy would remember that underestimating humanity was always a mistake. The alien fleets were in complete chaos. The humans had shown them that their arrogance had consequences, and now the Galactic Alliance was breaking apart. Ships drifted in space, engines offline, weapons useless, and officers panicked. Captain John Carter stood on the bridge of the human warship, watching every movement carefully. Their coordination is gone, he said quietly. Now we press the advantage, but carefully. No unnecessary destruction. Commander Lisa Brown studied the tactical displays. Sir, some of their fleets are trying to regroup in small groups. Others are attempting surrender, but confusion prevents proper communication. The majority cannot even escape our drones. Turner nodded. This is the moment humans have always waited for. The galaxy thought it had won. Now it sees the truth. Humans do not surrender. Humans endure. Carter remained calm. Prepare the autonomous squadrons. We strike only where necessary, but every key target must be neutralized. The lesson continues. Below the bridge, Lieutenant Emma White monitored the ship systems. Drones deployed in hundreds, each moving to intercept alien ships that tried to flee or attack. Engineers adjusted power distribution to maximize shields and weapons efficiency, though few were firing. Humans had learned that preparation and precision were more important than brute force. Every minor error could be fatal, but they minimized mistakes at every step. In the Alien Council chamber, Admiral Kevin Ross was frantic. "We cannot hold. Our fleets are falling apart. Humans are controlling everything without even firing at us. What do we do?" Varric, his second, shook his head. "Sir, surrender will not guarantee survival. Even if some submit, humans decide who lives. They control the battlefield completely." "We may have chosen extinction for ourselves," Ross roared. "We will fight to the last ship. We cannot allow humans to show the galaxy that we were wrong." But the humans did not need to fight directly. The drones moved with precision, disabling engines, weapons systems, and communication networks. Alien ships became helpless as the human warship advanced slowly but deliberately. Fear spread faster than any energy blast. The aliens realized that humans had never fought for glory, they had fought to survive, and now their patience and preparation made them unstoppable. On the human bridge, Turner pointed to a cluster of alien command ships. "Sir, this is their leadership. Disable them carefully." "No destruction, only control. They must understand the cost of arrogance." Carter nodded. "Do it. Let them see that humans act with purpose. Fear is more powerful than fire." Brown sent orders to the drone squadrons. Hundreds of small autonomous units moved silently toward the command ships. In minutes, engines shut down, weapons went offline, and communications were jammed. The alien commanders screamed at their crews, but no one could respond. Humans had blocked every route and anticipated every reaction. Ross banged the table. How is this possible? We have more ships, more weapons. Why are we powerless?" Varric whispered. "They are not using brute force. They are using strategy, patience, and precision. Humans fight differently. We have never seen this before." The humans moved next to secondary fleets. They disabled weapons and engines with drones, leaving ships intact but powerless. Some aliens tried desperate attacks, kamikaze moves, or random volleys, but the humans anticipated every move. Shields held, drones intercepted, and the warship advanced steadily. The galaxy realized that underestimating humans had been fatal. Carter addressed the bridge crew. "We do not destroy unless necessary. We fight to survive and teach. Every fleet we neutralize shows the galaxy that humans endure. Fear, patience, and precision are our weapons." Brown smiled faintly. "Sir, some alien fleets are requesting surrender. Others are drifting helplessly. Panic is spreading across the galaxy." Turner added, "Humans survive because we plan, adapt, and endure. Every mistake by an enemy is remembered. Every attack against us has prepared us for this moment." In the Alien Council chamber, Ross struggled to maintain order. We cannot fight. Humans are controlling everything. They have trapped us. Our empire is collapsing." Varric said quietly. "They will not kill all of us, but they will decide who lives. The lesson is clear. Humans survive, humans endure, humans adapt. We underestimated them." On the human bridge, Carter looked at the tactical map. "Focus on strategic control points. Neutralize communication hubs and command centers. Let fear spread naturally. The galaxy must remember that humans are not to be underestimated." Brown nodded. "Sir, the majority of their fleets are disabled or surrendering. Their leaders are overwhelmed. Only a few stubborn fleets resist, but they cannot coordinate." Carter said, "Good. Humans fight smart, humans survive. Now we ensure that this lesson is permanent." Turner observed the alien ships. They believed humans were weak. They believed we could be destroyed. Now they see the truth. Humans endure, humans adapt, humans survive. Drones moved through space like silent shadows, disabling systems without destruction. The aliens could only watch as their fleets became helpless. Panic spread through every command bridge. Some tried to escape, others attempted to negotiate, and many shut down completely. Humans did not need to fire weapons to dominate. Strategy, preparation, and control were enough. On the human warship, Carter addressed his crew. Every fleet we neutralize, every command we disable is a lesson. Humans are not weak. Humans survive. Humans endure. The galaxy must know that underestimating us is fatal. Brown nodded. Sir, even distant fleets are reacting. Fear is spreading faster than any weapon. Turner added. Humans have always survived when cornered. Now the galaxy will know. Arrogance has a cost, and humans teach it well. Engineers monitored the ship systems. Drones patrolled corridors. Repair bots moved along the hull. Humans had learned that survival depended on preparation and attention to detail. Every minor mistake could be fatal, but they had minimized errors for decades. Now that discipline paid off in a single decisive campaign. The alien fleets tried last-ditch attacks. Missiles, energy beams, and suicidal charges all hit shields and drones. Nothing succeeded. Humans moved with purpose, precision, and patience. Every fleet disabled, every ship immobilized, every command blocked was part of the lesson. The galaxy had learned that humans fight differently, and that difference made them unstoppable. Carter spoke quietly to Brown. The lesson is clear. Humans fight to survive. Humans endure. Humans adapt. No empire can ignore that. No arrogance is safe. Brown smiled. Sir, they are surrendering more frequently. Some leaders are requesting terms. Many ships have powered down completely. Turner observed the map. Even those who resist will remember. Humans teach with control and precision. Fear, patience, and strategy are more powerful than destruction. In the alien council chamber, Ross shook with rage and fear. We underestimated them. Humans were never weak. They survive, they endure, they adapt, Varric whispered. We have learned the cost of arrogance. Humans control the battlefield without destroying it. They will decide who lives. Extinction was a choice, and now the consequences are ours. On the human warship, Carter turned to the crew. This is only the beginning. Humans do not fight for glory or conquest. We fight to survive. We fight to endure. We fight to teach the galaxy that underestimating humans is always a mistake. Brown nodded. Sir, the majority of their fleets are immobilized or surrendering. The rest are scattered and confused. Turner added, humans have survived every attack, every disaster, and every mistake by enemies. Now the galaxy sees it. Humans endure, humans adapt, humans survive. The human warship moved slowly through the system, controlling, disabling, and teaching. Fear spread faster than fire. Panic replaced command. The aliens understood too late that humans could not be destroyed so easily. The species that the galaxy thought was weak had returned stronger, smarter, and more patient than ever. Hidden human colonies smiled quietly. Their species had survived and returned to the stars, showing the galaxy that underestimating humans was always a fatal mistake. And so the alien fleets collapsed. The Galactic Alliance fractured. Humans controlled the battlefield with precision, strategy, and patience. The galaxy had learned the lesson. Humans endure, humans adapt, and humans survive. The cost of underestimating them was now written in every disabled ship, every surrendered command, and every trembling officer across the galaxy. The alien fleets were broken. Their ships drifted, engines offline, weapons useless, and officers trembling. Captain John Carter stood on the bridge of the human warship, calm as ever. The galaxy has learned, he said quietly. Humans survive, humans endure, humans adapt. Extinction is not ours to choose. Commander Lisa Brown studied the tactical map. Sir, most fleets are immobilized or surrendering. Their leaders are begging for terms. Only a few stubborn groups resist, but they cannot coordinate. Major Alex Turner smiled faintly. The lesson is complete. The galaxy has seen what humans can do when cornered. They thought victory was easy. Now they understand that humans are not weak. Humans endure, Carter nodded. We do not destroy unless necessary. We teach. We survive. We adapt. The galaxy must know that underestimating humans is fatal. Below the bridge, Lieutenant Emma White monitored the drones and support vessels. Hundreds of small units moved through the disabled fleets, securing control, preventing accidents, and ensuring surrendering ships were safely guided. Humans had learned that survival required care and precision. Destruction alone was not enough. The lesson had to be understood. In the alien council chamber, Admiral Kevin Ross trembled. We cannot fight. Humans are everywhere, yet they are calm. They control the battlefield without even firing weapons. How is this possible? Varric whispered. Admiral, humans fight differently. They plan, adapt, and endure. Even when cornered, they survive. We underestimated them. Extinction was our choice, and now we see the cost. Ross could not speak. Panic had replaced command. Fleets drifted helplessly. Some tried to flee, but every route was blocked by human drones. Communications were jammed, leaving officers confused. Humans had shown the galaxy that strategy, preparation, and patience were deadlier than weapons. On the human bridge, Carter addressed the crew. Prepare to secure the remaining fleets. We do not destroy unnecessarily, but resistance will have consequences. Humans fight to survive, not for conquest. Fear is a teacher, patience a weapon. Brown nodded. Sir, the remaining enemy leaders are attempting negotiations. They seem ready to surrender fully. Turner added, good. Surrender now will save lives. Resistance will show the consequences of underestimating humans. The human warship moved slowly through the alien fleets. Drones guided immobilized ships to safe positions, disabled weapons permanently, and blocked any unauthorized movement. The aliens realized that humans did not need to destroy everything to win. Control, precision, and anticipation were enough. Ross shouted orders, but no one followed. Panic spread faster than fire. Some ships powered down entirely. Others attempted desperate attacks, but humans anticipated every move. Shields held, drones intercepted, and the warship advanced steadily. Humans did not fight recklessly. They fought with discipline, patience, and understanding. Carter looked at the tactical map. Every fleet we secure teaches the galaxy that humans survive. Every command disabled reminds them that arrogance has a cost. Humans endure, humans adapt, humans survive. Brown smiled. Sir, even distant fleets are reacting. News of the humans' return is spreading. Fear is replacing arrogance, Turner added. They believed victory was easy. They believed humans were gone. Now they know the truth. Humans endure, humans adapt, humans survive. On the alien side, officers tried to communicate. Messages for surrender, for mercy, for negotiation flowed continuously. Humans intercepted all signals and responded only to those who truly wished to survive. Every choice by the aliens had consequences, and humans controlled the outcome. In the council chamber, Ross slumped in defeat. We underestimated them. Humans were never weak. They endure, they adapt, they survive. Varric whispered, we have learned the lesson. Humans are patient, precise, and unstoppable when survival is at stake. Extinction was a choice we made, and now we face the consequences. On the human bridge, Carter addressed his crew. This is the final stage. Humans do not fight for glory. We fight for survival. We fight to endure. We fight to teach the galaxy that underestimating humans is always fatal. Ensure that surrendering ships are secure and any remaining resistance is contained. Brown nodded. Sir, fleets are secured. Most leaders have requested terms. Only a few stubborn groups remain. They cannot coordinate and their ships are powerless. Turner observed the displays. The lesson is clear. Humans survive because we plan, adapt, and endure. The galaxy will remember this. Arrogance has a cost and humans teach it well. The human warship moved through the system, controlling, securing, and teaching. Fear spread faster than weapons. Alien fleets drifted, immobilized, or surrendered. The galaxy understood that humans were not to be underestimated. They had returned, stronger, smarter, and more disciplined than ever. Hidden human colonies watched quietly. The species that had been hunted for decades had returned to the stars. Hope filled every heart. Humans had survived and shown the galaxy that their strength lay not just in weapons, but in strategy, endurance, and patience. Carter turned to Brown. Prepare the final message. It will be sent to every known system. Let the galaxy know what humans stand for: survival, endurance, and the consequence of arrogance. Brown nodded and sent the transmission. The message spread across the galaxy. Captain Carter's voice was calm and clear. Humans do not seek conquest, but when forced, humans act decisively. Worlds that surrender will be spared. Worlds that resist will face the consequences. Humans endure, humans adapt, humans survive. The galaxy would remember this message forever. Turner added, "The lesson is complete. The galaxy has learned that humans are patient, precise, and unstoppable when cornered. They underestimated us once and never again." Ross listened helplessly to intercepted transmissions. Fleets powered down. Officers trembled. The Council was gone. The alien alliance fractured completely. Humans had won control without unnecessary destruction. Strategy, preparation, and endurance had been more powerful than any weapon. On the human bridge, Carter looked at the galaxy displayed on the main screen. "We have survived. We have endured. We have adapted. The galaxy will never underestimate humans again. The lesson is complete." Brown nodded quietly. "Sir, the remaining fleets are under control. The galaxy is reshaped. Fear and respect will guide them now." Turner smiled faintly. "The galaxy has learned. Humans survive, humans adapt, humans endure. Arrogance is costly. The lesson will remain for generations." Hidden human colonies celebrated quietly. The species that had been hunted, underestimated, and nearly destroyed had returned to the stars stronger than ever. The galaxy had learned that humans could not be ignored, could not be defeated easily, and would never be underestimated again. Carter spoke softly to his crew. "Remember this: humans do not fight for conquest. We fight to survive. We fight to endure. We fight to teach. The galaxy has learned its lesson. Now we watch, we guide, and we endure." Brown nodded. "The galaxy knows. Humans survive. Humans adapt. Humans endure." Turner added, "And the lesson will remain forever. Humans cannot be destroyed. Humans cannot be ignored. Humans survive." The human warship drifted through the quiet galaxy, surrounded by surrendered and immobilized alien fleets. Humans had returned from the brink, stronger, wiser, and more patient. The galaxy would remember the day it underestimated humanity, and the humans had ensured that this lesson would never be forgotten. And so, the galaxy entered a new age. The alien alliance was gone. Control rested with humans, but not through conquest, only through the lesson of survival. Humans endured, humans adapted, and humans survived. The galaxy had chosen to learn its lesson, and humans had ensured it would never be repeated. The stars shone quietly, and the human warship moved silently among them. The species that had once been hunted was now the guardian of the lesson: underestimate humans, and pay the ultimate cost. The galaxy had realized too late that it had chosen extinction.